Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. This guy's your host, Bill Miller. All right, this is the 2025 year in review. We're going to see how we did in acquiring our 25 chase books for 2025. So we identified 25 comic books that we were after this year. Let's see how we did. All right, first we have Captain America number 102. I'm sad to say we did not secure a copy of this comic book. Wonderful Silver Age book, but alas, it is still outside of our grasp. All right, and these are in alphabetical order, not order of importance or anything else. Number 2, we have Captain Marvel, issue number 15 from the Silver Age run. And I'm excited to tell you that we did indeed get that one. So here it is. We got a lovely 9.2 example. We're slowly but surely working on our run of 1 through 20. So far, we're 1 for 2. That ain't too bad. Next, we have City of the Living Dead, issue 0. Beautiful comic book. A.C. Hollingsworth, I believe, is the cover artist. Unfortunately, we weren't able to track down a copy. They don't come up terribly often, and when they do, they're generally more than I can justify paying. So we struck out this year, but there's always next year for that one. All right, next up is Crime Does Not Pay, issue number 42. And I am happy to say we did indeed secure a wonderful mid-grade copy. A beautiful 4.0. One of my favorite covers. I've been after this book for years, and finally we found it at what I consider to be a pretty good value. A lot of competition with electric chair collectors from the Golden Age. So we were successful with Crime Does Not Pay, issue number 42. All right. Next up is Defenders, issue number 3. We move into the Bronze Age with this one. And yes, indeed, we were able to track down a copy that works just fine for us. Defenders number 3, a wonderful 9.2 copy of this book. And we are also working on issues 1 through 20 of the Defenders. So very excited to have that one. All right, next we have Devil Dinosaur, issue number 4. And wouldn't you know it, we weren't able to get that one. When I said about this list, I don't really use it as the impetus for hunting or looking for comic books. It's more happenstance. If I see something that I think is a really good value, or something comes up for auction at a price that I think is fair, and it happens to be on this list, then so be it. Otherwise, I don't specifically hunt for the books that are on the chase book list. So that's why I'm usually not terribly successful. Perhaps as time goes on and I get closer and closer to completing things, I will do so. All right, next we have Doctor Strange, issue number 14. And unfortunately, we weren't able to secure a copy of Doctor Strange 14. I think I'm collecting 1 through 20. And I just need a couple more. And then guess what? I still need a couple more to finish that because we weren't able to track one down in 2025. All right, next is Famous Funnies, number 214. And if you've seen my top 100 pre-code science fiction comic book series, you know that this one is on that list. A beautiful Frank Frazetta cover. And like most of Frank Frazetta's Famous Funnies run, it's pretty pricey. And so we were priced out this year. We weren't able to track down a copy, but who knows? We'll keep our fingers crossed and knock on wood, and maybe in the next couple of years we'll be able to secure one. All right, next is Ghost Rider, issue number 17. I am working on the Ghost Rider run, the whole one, 1 through 81. But this is still one that isn't in my collection. We weren't able to get a copy of Ghost Rider number 17. Not that they weren't available, but in my cursory searches, I didn't find one that I thought was a good value. And so generally I will not pay over fair market value for any comic. And so that prices me out of a lot of copies that are available. But that's okay. Patience is a virtue, they say. Next is Invaders, issue number 3. That's one we've been searching for quite some time, and one that we will still be searching for moving forward. We did not get a copy of Invaders, issue number 3. And if you'd like a wonderful retrospective on the Invaders, be sure to check out the live stream that I did with Metarog. All right, next up we have Iron Man, issue number 9. Did I get a copy? Well, as the Germans say, 9. It was not to be this year. So perhaps in the near future, we'll see how things kind of shake out. All right, the next one is John Carter, Warlord of Mars, issue number 7. And we did indeed get a copy of Warlord of Mars, issue number 7. Here we are. A nice 9.4 pedigree copy. So very excited to have added this one to the collection. And this is from the Winnipeg pedigree. Those sly Canadians. All right, so we're back on the winning track. Next we have issue number 5 of Man-Thing. We are working on our run of 1 through 20 of Man-Thing. But this is not one that we can check off the list. Unfortunately, we did not track one down this year. There was at least one auction that I vaguely recall coming close and bidding, but got outbid and the price got to a point to where I thought it didn't make sense. So someone else got it, and we'll keep on hunting. Next on the list of our top 25 chase books for 2025 is My Secret Story, issue number 27. And here's my secret story. We didn't track down a copy this year. That is, if you see my top 100 pre-code romance comic book series, this one is definitely in there. Just a beautiful cover, but it doesn't come up as often as you would maybe think. So, didn't see one for a fair value. Saw one or two, but none that I thought were reasonably priced. All right, next is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., issue number 9. Now, we do have a raw copy of this, but we wanted a high grade graded copy, and we were unable to get one this year. I think it might have come up once or twice in auctions, but I just wasn't able to beat out whomever the winning bidder was. So we'll keep on trucking, and hopefully down the line we'll be able to get a copy. Next on the list is Savage Tales, issue number 11. Wonderful Khazar, or is it Khazar, cover. We do have a raw copy, but again, we wanted to upgrade that to a high grade graded copy, and we were unable to do so. This did come up a couple times in auction, but usually it's either too high a grade and I don't want to pay that premium, or it's around the grade I want, but it's just a little bit more dear than I think makes sense. So no dice this time. We'll keep on hunting. Next is Shanna the She-Devil, issue number 3. It's a little short run. We're trying to put this little run together, but we didn't come any closer this year because I wasn't able to get a copy of issue number 3. Shanna is surprisingly expensive, in my opinion, my humble opinion. They seem to go for more than what I think they should go for. So it's really hit or miss with Shanna. Next, we have Spider-Woman, issue number 14. Now, we love Spider-Man, but 30 years ago, when I determined what I was going to collect and what I wasn't going to collect, ASM was even expensive back then. It's always been expensive. So, really fell in love with the Spider-Woman story, enjoyed reading that, decided I'd collect that, at least 1 through 20, because it is a longer running series. This is one of the few that we still need, and unfortunately we still need it, because we weren't able to find one that made sense. We did see a copy of number 14, but it went for more than what I thought was fair. I'm hunting for deals. It's got to be FMV or lower, or I'm generally not interested. And so, oftentimes, I end up empty-handed. All right, next is Spook, issue number 22, Back to the Golden Age, with a beautiful L.B. Cole Headless Horseman cover. Wanted this one for quite some time, and I'm gonna keep on wanting, because I wasn't able to get one. L.B. Cole, Matt Baker, Lee Elias, Bernard Bailey, they've really shot up in value the last 3 to 5 years. And this particular issue is no exception. So I did see a couple of different copies in auctions, but they were just out of my grasp. So we'll keep on searching. All right, next up we have Submariner, issue number 4. And I'm excited to say we're going to end our losing streak with this one. We were able to get a copy of Subby number 4. A beautiful 9.2 copy. So I'm very excited about that. We are working on issues 1 through 20 of the Silver Age Submariner run. All right. And next is The Outlaws, issue number 12. Another fantastic L.B. Cole cover. And another L.B. Cole cover that I have not added to my collection. This was certainly in, if you've seen it, the Top 100 Pre-Code Western comic book covers series that I did. So if you haven't seen that, check it out and you'll see where this one placed. But we'll keep on looking. L.B. Cole, whether it's horror, romance, Western, is fairly expensive. All right, the next one is Tomb of Dracula, issue number 10. And this was perhaps one of my best purchases this year. I'm excited to say that we did indeed get a copy. We got a beautiful 9.2 example. of the first appearance of Blade, or Blade, as they say in France. So I'm very excited about this. You can guarantee after I got this, I was the one smiling. So happy to add issue number 10 of Tomb of Dracula. All right, 3 more. We have Warfront, issue number 13. And I am excited to say we were able to track down a low-grade copy. This is from 1953. Joe Certa with a cover art. And if you've seen my top 100 pre-code war comic covers, you'll see that this certainly was among them. Just a great Harvey war book. All right, next one was Weird Horrors, issue number 6. And the weird, horrific part is we weren't able to add that to our collection this year. It's a wonderful cover. One of my PCH want list covers, and certainly on the list of top 500 pre-code horror comic book covers in that series that I produced. So please check that out to see where it ranks. And lastly is issue number 32 of Werewolf by Night. I'm a big fan of Moon Knight, and a big fan of Moon Knight should have his first appearance. Well, this guy doesn't, because I wasn't able to get it. It's a very expensive book, and it will probably prove to be elusive for quite some time. Well, that does it. What did I have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 25. Not terribly good, but better than I've done in recent years. So I'll take it. Which one was your favorite? Which one do you think shouldn't have got away? Let me know in the comments. Happy hunting, and look out in the near future for my top 10 chase books for 2026. I appreciate it. Remember to sub, comment, and like. And always remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time.